got the Cobra backed into the garage, and that's because we got some work to do on the hind end here. This beautiful 03 Cobra booty has got some damage. I don't think I've talked about this since the first video when I was originally taking the car off the trailer and we did kind of a walk around of the body. We really haven't done anything to the body other than a quick wash a couple videos ago. And for as poor of condition as this car was in when I got it, the one thing that was pretty good was the body. There's really no to very minimal dents. All the panels are really straight, mostly original paint as far as I can tell. And you know, no major body damage. It is a pretty clean car. I know the paint doesn't look so hot, you know, right now, but it will with a paint correction. I can tell you it's going to be a satisfying paint correction. But one thing that I'm almost positive is not going to be solved with a paint correction is this scuff on the driver's side quarter panel. You can see not only is this stuff right here, a lot of that would probably come out, but that looks like it's just about down to metal and someone poorly touched it up. And then there's a huge gash right there. I mean, you can feel all this with your fingernail. So that's unfortunate. Whatever this is would probably buff out. But yeah, that's the worst part on the whole car. So I probably could buff it and you know, it would be good enough, but I haven't seen my buddy Ben in a while down in Quincy, Mass, where I used to live. And I figured, I texted him and said, hey, you interested in painting a quarter panel on a 03 Mustang? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So long story short, I think we're gonna end up painting this quarter panel. And I've got the car backed in here for two reasons. One, I wanted to show you guys that. It's really hard to show it over in that corner. And two, I think because of where we're gonna have to add color here, I think we're gonna end up blending probably the bumper as well, probably in this area. So to save myself some time, or us some time down at the body shop, I think I'm gonna remove the bumper off the car right now. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, save us some time. So all that being said, let's get to work. Let's get this bumper off, maybe take some of the other trim off that we need to, and we'll go from there. Just for shits and giggles though, let's see what comes out. Well, that wasn't too bad. Got everything blown apart and ready to go down to the body shop. Quick note, had to remove decided to remove the A-pillar. I think that's going to be easier to, you know, get our paint in here and get everything nice and clean. Also removed the scoop down here for obvious reasons. Quick note, I think that this quarter has been painted before. You can see there's a tape line here. And you know, clear coat over the factory primer there. So this quarter, I think, has been painted at least once before. I think I remember that actually. Yeah, you can. I feel like you can see a little bit of overspray here in the jam. So yeah, I think this quarter has been painted once before. No big deal. It's definitely the original quarter, and I don't see any real Bondo or anything in it. You know, maybe just some scratches, and looks like it happened again. So we're gonna do something about this. And also, because we're gonna be blending onto the bumper, I guess we'll fix some of this as well while we're at it. And I think there's a chip. Yeah, a little chip up there. And then I'll see if we can maybe smooth some of this out too. These things always get beat up. They drag on the ground, and I don't know what would cause that, but I'm gonna get this all looking brand new. So, got the trailer hooked up outside. Let's get this thing on the trailer, get everything in the truck, head down to the body shop. Oh, the last time this thing was on a trailer, it was in far worse shape. It was a totally different car, so I'm proud to say how far this thing has come, you know, since it was last on the trailer, but we're not done yet. Got it up on the trailer. The audio, turns out, was junk because I was using my external mic and I probably shouldn't have, and it's windy. It's extremely windy today. But if you couldn't hear in the audio, the car went up on the trailer and I ripped one of the V-bands right off the header. And that's my own fault because when I put the X-pipe on, I had the V-band bolt pointed straight down, which is obviously going to be the lowest point on the exhaust, and it ripped off. It was one of those things where I was like, oh, I'll go back and fix that, you know, when I'm done with the exhaust, and never did. Not to worry though, I have at least a few extra 2.5-inch V-bands, so I threw one on there and then rotated the other one so it's hopefully up. So it should be a little bit less painful getting it off the trailer, but we're on our way to the body shop right now to meet Ben, and we're gonna get started on prep, so let's get down there and get to work. Gonna be a late night of body work. Always seems like it is, but let's go. All right, made it to the body shop. Absolute nightmare getting this thing off the trailer. Might have overdone it a little bit on the lowering, but with enough boards of wood and the help of Ben over there, we got her done. Right now we got everything wiped down, everything clean. As you guys saw, I got the bumper off at my house, the pillar off and the scoop off, so we've just been cleaning everything. Ben is finding the paint code right now. Or we know the paint code for Sonic Blue is SN, so Ben is using the computer to figure out what we're gonna mix up. And the plan is to repair the scratches here, and then as far as adding color, we're just gonna add color in this area, and then we're gonna fix this little nib right here, add some color in this area, then we're gonna clear the whole quarter and the whole bumper. That's basically how you're gonna blend the new color, make sure everything matches. So paint's mixing up over there. So I think the plan is we're gonna take some 320, see how much of this comes out, and kind of go from there. Same thing on the bumper, take care of that. There's a little divot there we're gonna push out with some heat and then sand all this. Basically just repair the damage. We're gonna wing it, or I'm gonna wing it. I just listen to what Ben does, he's the expert here, but prep, we're hoping to get it into primer tonight so it can cure all night. Then we'll do some more probably sanding in the morning, and then we'll do color and clear coat, but check in with you guys shortly. Let's get to work. We got here plate bracket, you think? Oh yeah, you can see the, is that a license plate like hole? Oh yeah, That's crazy. She took a little rear ender right there. What else we got in this bumper? All right, Ben. What are we doing this morning? What's the plan?
Sand this out, sand that out.
What grid are we going to use? 800?
Up on the panel, we'll do 8. We'll start to block that down with 4. Wet sand it, get it nice and smooth. Off the paint.
All right, let's do it. Next day here, guys. We finished up the prep last night, so you heard it from the master himself. I'm gonna block it out with 400 and the rest of the panel with 800. Same thing on the bumper, and we'll get into some base coat and clear coat. So here nice and early this morning. Let's get to work. Also, what you just heard from Ben right there is the most words he's ever said on camera. So everyone give Ben a shout out right now. Good job, Ben. He won't even look at the camera. We're making progress. Baby steps on Ben's live camera action here. Wait, what was my line? What was my line? Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about what we just did. So all the prep work's done. We, sanded everything, got everything masked off, surgically clean. It's in the booth right now. The booth is heating up. Ben is gonna do, that's tack cloth, right? Yep. I'm gonna do tack cloth, then adhesion promoter, then base coat, then clear coat. And we also have to mask off the plastic section of the rear bumper somewhere in there. But we're gonna do less talking and actually get the spray right now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Boat number 2, baby, let's go. Alright guys, well it is the next day. Made it back home last night in absolutely torrential downpour. Loaded up the car, didn't film any of it because the camera would have been basically underwater. It was miserable getting a lowered Mustang onto a trailer in the rain, but Ben and I got it done. I made it home. I was working on the Z06 a little bit this morning, but for now I got all my stuff drying out in the sun. It's a pretty nice day. I'd like to get this thing off the trailer. Now, of course, we're on the shade side here, but I think I got some footage this morning. The paint match is absolutely perfect. As I said in the beginning of the video, we kind of really tried to keep the color right here, so you lose the blend in this body line right here, and we didn't add any color over here, so it's matches perfectly. Finish is pretty much perfect. I think there was one. There's one little nib of dirt. That's an old booth we were pinning in, but it'll easily, buff out, no big deal, and we're gonna buff the whole car anyways. Laser straight, no more scratches here. Bumper came out absolutely perfect. I ran out of time. I'd like to refinish the bottom, but Ben hooked me up with some like automotive or professional auto body grade trim black paint, so I'm gonna do that once the bumper is back in the garage. So yeah, let's get this thing off the trailer, get it back in the garage, get it reassembled, and yeah, this thing's gonna be looking good. I need to get that other isolator on that other spring. It's a little too low. Look at that fresh Sonic Blue paint though. Phew! Direct sunlight. Perfect match. Just got to give this a buff. I have not touched this paint yet, and you won't even ever be able to know. All right, let's get her inside, get her assembled. Man, I'm excited. So good. Tucker. Alright guys, just finished the last step, which was refinishing this plastic bottom section on the bumper, which Ben and I ran out of time. Pretty simple, just ran some fine line, the same way we did when we were painting the bumper itself, and then, you know, masked off the rest, put a piece of plastic over it, then used that plastic specific satin black paint, and it looks like we've got a brand new, fresh from the factory 03 Cobra bumper. You guys saw we did do some repairs over here. Did the best we could. You know, I guess you could spend a little bit more time with some filler, but then it's hard to get the texture right. You can actually even see where we added some filler. It's almost a little bit too smooth. So I think for now that looks pretty good. And you know, that is really low on the car. So you really have to be kind of down on your knees to see that. But just, you know, from 5 feet away compared to the, you know, crusty white scratched up thing that was here before with a little bit of paint and some work, it looks a million times better. That's what's up. So let's keep the workflow going. Let's get the rest of the stuff on the car. Well, let's get the rear bumper on the car, get the sail panel back on, get everything clean, get everything back together, see how it looks. Dadasto. Well, I got the rear end of this Cobra 100% back together. I actually did it twice because, you know, got the rear bumper completely back on, you know, admired my work, turned around and saw the foam bumper insert just looking back at me. So that was fun. So, you know, off camera, just completely, you know, took it off and redid everything that I just did. But other than that, went pretty smooth, no issues. And with that, our scratched rear quarter and bumper are completely repaired. You'd never even know that there was those deep scratches there. What a transformation from the start of this video where we just had all these deep scratches in here that kind of went into the bumper. There was a little bit of a hole, or there was a little bit of a chip right there. Just night and day. Brand new, fresh Sonic Blue paint. Refinished the bottom of the bumper, you know, re-cleared the whole rear bumper. Everything blends perfectly. You guys saw it in the sunlight earlier. Just an absolutely perfect match. And now the rest of the paint on the car looks terrible, but this is going to be one of those transformation guys. I am so excited to do the paint correction on this car because even though it looks like a little dull, it is gonna come right back and look like brand new. So this was a lot of work, a couple late nights. It's late right now, I'm tired, but the car is 100% back together. It looks fantastic. The body's straight. It's ready for compounding and polishing, and it will be 100% cosmetically complete, and it is gonna blow you guys away. I know it's gonna be insane, so. But that's not gonna be the next video. The next video is actually the dyno tune, which is scheduled for not tomorrow night, but the next night. And I've got a few things that I need to do to get this thing ready for the dyno, so I'm gonna end this video here, turn this thing around, get it in the lift, get right back to work, filming the next video, the dyno tune, see if all that hard work we put in on the engine is gonna be worth it. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing if you haven't already, all that BS. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next one.